Gondorians, Rohans, men of free earth, lend me your ears, as I bring to you today the Lord of the Rings Total War mod for Rome Remastered. As you can see, I've been given early access to try it out, and what I've really like about this mod is, this is the go-to mod. While we wait for Dawnless Days, while we wait for some big announcements to come, maybe perhaps more Lord of the Rings games in the future, this mod right here, right now, is the definitive mod that you need to keep an eye on. You know, this is a mod that is already having a scripted campaign, scripted custom battles. Custom battles in the sense that it replicates most of the battles that are fought in the Lord of the Rings era. But the music, everything in this mod is so Lord of the Rings. It's so good. And I have really enjoyed it. And this is just a spotlight of me telling you why you need to really keep an eye out for this. Everybody knows that there's the Dawnless Day mod for, Total War Tiller. But what not many people might be aware of is the Lord of the Rings Remastered. And there's also another Lord of the Rings mod that's coming, I believe, in the Second Age. But I might be wrong, And this is a mod that you really have to look out. Because I believe this is ported from the original mod from Rome Total War. And it's been put onto here. But I've been having a great time with the campaign. And, one of the great things about this mod is the fact that most of the cities are custom map. So they're not Rome Remastered, they're not vanilla, they basically have their own versions. Although I do feel the maps are kinda a bit smallish, and I think they could be a little bigger, but this is what modding has done for the Total War series. This is what modding has done in general. This is what modding for Total War has achieved in history. Most of the maps have been basically made or remade into the mod. So you'll have Isengard, you'll have Helm's Deep. I believe Helm's Deep is in it, but I might be wrong. But there are many maps that obviously you won't be able to access them in custom battle, but what you will be able to access is a preview, more or less. Because if you want to actually fight like the main cities, you'll have to play the campaign. And the campaign is quite good as well. The campaign is great, but I definitely recommend that you try out the scripted campaign as well. And this mod is often getting regular updates, and there have been they've created some of the best locations of Middle Earth. And if you're a hardcore Lord of the Rings fan and you always wanted it to be in Total War, well, guess what? This mod is for you. You have Helm's Deep. You have so many maps. So much scripted stuff. So, when I mean scripted, this is what Total War modding does. And of course, each of the rosters, they all have their specific units, their specific playstyle. So it takes a while to get used to. And they've recreated, of course, the Lord of the Rings map. Well, more or less, and it looks amazing. Just by looking at this battle, just by looking at everything you see here right now. You see here Lord of the Rings, you see Helm's Deep, you see the White Tree, you see the cities of Gondor, And there's also an option that when you play in the campaign, you can have the walls of Gondor, that is, or Minas Tirith, to be black. To be dark in that sense. To be dark. Rather than it being pristine marble-like. And, people are saying, okay, Rome Remastered, yes, it's released, and yes, we haven't heard much from modding. Well, there's plenty of modding going on in the scene, behind the scenes. Plenty of modding going on. This itself is a great example. The other thing is that, there is a complete rework of the War of the Ring campaign. So there's two super factions. One, you'll have the good versus the evil. And now you can pretty much, you can decide, do you want to play the way the story went? Or do you want to have your own sandbox? And this unique sandbox experience really adds a lot of depth. It really adds a lot of work, and many factions feel unique. No faction feels the same. So if I play Gondor, it's going to be completely different. I could be facing lots of crises. Or if I play as the dwarves, I maybe could have more income. Why? Because I have mines, and dwarves live in the mountains. So there is a lot of options to choose from. There's also a scripted campaign. The Fellowship campaign. I thoroughly recommend trying it out and playing it. You are definitely going to have a great time playing it. I think they've done a really fantastic job on that front. The stability of the campaigns is really, really good. I mean, I was talking to the mod developer, and he played maybe 1,000 turns or so. That's what I remember from talking with him and conversing with him. But, this is still in work in progress. This mod is still a work in progress. There are still things to be done, things to be changed. There's lots of patches. And right now what I'm just going to be showing you is just showing you what exactly the campaign map is. Just a quick preview. Right here we can see the elves, for example. Where they bought a Rohan. You have so many things to do within this campaign. And of course, if you press toggle FW, okay, let's just have a look at the map. I appreciate you have Harad here, right? So if anybody wants to change Harad, you have the Mordor that is beautifully recreated. I think there's some terrain that needs to be added in. You have Harad, you have, let me guess, are those, I believe, yeah, those are more elves, but I'm not sure. No, we are probably going to Gondor. No, that's not Gondor. That might be Gondor. I'm just having a look right now. I'm thinking as we go on. Yeah, of course, and you've Gondor. Now, why do I compare this to Dawnless Days? I'm not saying that the mods are too similar. What I'm saying is that there's not a lot of Lord of the Rings stuff right out now. Alright, and you may be a player that loves Lord of the Rings, and you might like Dawnless Days because apart from Third Age, what else has there been? And look, you can see the absolutely beautiful recreation of the Mines of Moria in Rome Remastered. Do you think that Total War modding? I mean, look at it this way. Without the hard work of the modders, Total War would not be where it is. Now, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that literally, but what I'm saying is, this is what Total War modding can achieve. This is what Total War modding can do. I mean, think about this. Just look at this. I really appreciate the fact that because Rome Remastered, or Rome Total War is an old engine in a way. It's an old engine. It's not how do I say it? It's been modded forever. I think, Rome Total War and Rome Remastered, there are going to be mods for it forever and ever and ever. For as long as the cycle can at least continue and there are people that are passionate about modding it, right? The new Total Wars are a bit more, it's more harder to mod on them. And when you see this for Rome Remastered, you're like, wow. This, for a title that, was released in 2004, and then re-released in, I think it was 2020, I'm not sure. It was absolutely wonderful. So guys, I really need you to check this mod out. Look up some YouTubers, see about this mod. There are YouTubers out there that are advertising this mod, that are playing the campaign. I will be doing some live streams as well. But, there is so much stuff in this mod. And it's not fully finished yet. I don't believe it is. There's still more stuff to be added in, more content to be added in. So that's one. But the other thing is I'm so happy that we have this mod. Because Lord of the Rings is such a great setting, you will always want to come back to it. Because it has characters you can relate to. It has a setting that you will get attached to. And look, within the campaign you have all these dilemmas, these events, all of these things that add to make a definitive Lord of the Rings Total War experience. I really am happy. And this is just me just trying to say to the mod devs if they watch this, you've done a great job, okay? The mod isn't out just yet because there needs to be work needs to be done, of course. But when this mod is done, it's going to change a lot of things, I think, for Rome Remastered, in a way. I don't know what it will change. I don't know. But I think it will be a good change. Not anything, This is bringing Total War Modern. This is saying, look, this harkens back to the age of old gold Total War modding. And I am talking about the days when you would go on TWC or ModDB and you would go and install Rome Total War mods or Medieval 2 mods. That's what it reminds me of. And guess what? There are a lot of mods that are being made for Rome Remastered, Rome Total War, Medieval 2. It's still thriving. And that's the best thing. What more can one ask for? And I know I'm saying this with a bit of excitement, but this is really a fantastic mod. I really think you need to keep this as a, just check it out. Not exactly check it out, but keep this in your radar. Because this mod might come sooner than you think. Or maybe not. And right now I'm just going to, stop rambling. I'm just going to show you off this scripted battle of I think it's the Siege of Gondor. Well, the Siege of Minas Tirith. Okay, so enjoy that, but please don't forget to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. See ya.